How's the microphone working? How's it sound now? You got sound now? Give me a thumbs up if I've got sound. Thumbs down if I don't. I'd have to unplug it and plug it back in. How about now? Sound now? Still no sound? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. That's perfect, huh? Okay, cool. All right. I'm gonna leave you with some music. I'm gonna be right back. All right. I just gotta get one thing. Be right back. Come in like a lion here. Okay, it was going off for some reason. Still got sound? Alrighty. Alrighty then, alrighty. So, saw some of your new coins, Jamie. Good job. You got some really good coins. My my camera is just not working well for me for some reason. It's too low. Making adjustments all the time. You're starting to collect coins now, huh? Well, you got some good ones there, really nice looking ones. So you got a couple of American coins there. I know, because I sent them to you. So I'm just going to go over the finds that I got on Friday. Wasn't much. Wasn't a whole lot. But that's okay. Don't always get a whole lot, right? Got some treasure trash, junk, and nothing as nice as what you've been collecting there. Of course, I don't think you're finding those on the ground, right? I think I got a dime there. Yeah. But as always, I'm going to show everything. But you'll find some on the ground and in the ground if you continue to metal detect. How's the weather been there, Jamie? Still cold? Well, it's not so cold here. It gets down in the 50s here. Hey, Talca. Hola, amigo. How's everything in Chile? Nice of you to come in and say hi, Talca. I appreciate you hanging out. I didn't get anything fabulous on Friday to speak of. I did find a 1968 copper, 1980 copper, and one that I don't know exactly what I've got here because let me see here, because I couldn't get the whatever was on the face of it off. I still don't think I can. It's kind of, I don't know, maybe there's my little wire brush here. Let's see if I can scrape a little bit of that off. Maybe I can. I hope that's not too noisy, too irritating. Just trying to, oh yeah, I think I can see the date on it now. I don't think it's a copper, but I got cartoons. Hello, my friend. Thanks for coming in, saying hi. Just going to go through my meager wrap up for Friday. Yeah, I didn't think, this is 2001. Pretty much thought it was a zinkin, but the whole face of it was covered with some gunk. And couldn't be sure out in the field anyway. I put on my glasses. I was squinting to see who was there. Thank you guys for hanging out here for a little while. I'm going to turn the camera down here so I can start showing you guys for a little while. we go. So there's the, let me see, where's it going to go to when I zoom in? Yeah, there's the 1968 copper. But it's got a little bit of, it's weird. I got to weigh this. This is 1968. And there were no Zinkins in 1968, but it's got pitting on it, like, I don't think I have to weigh it, it's just got something on it. Let's see if I can get a little closer here. Might be just something on it. Yeah, there's just something on it. No, it's not in too bad a shape, but it's not the greatest. Right there. Did get 1980, but it's been mutilated by the lawnmower or the like. So that's that, and this little guy were my best finds. We got a little charm, little enameled charm. And I'm pretty sure it's not. Pretty sure it's not silver. It's got that patterned background, so generally if they have patterned background, they're not going to be silver. So that's a little cheapy charm. Those were my best finds. So everybody have a great weekend. I think I got I got 8 Zinkins. So that's one of them is pretty crusty. The rest of them are rollers. So yeah, got one crusty that I've got to put in my. Yeah, it did go by fast, huh? It's like I'm sitting here doing my finds from Friday, and seems like I did it yesterday. So I think this was a piece of an antenna. Looks like it's a smashed tube with tube inside. So yeah, for Shaz. Was that the one, Shaz, you stuck up on the surveillance sign? Is that what you're talking about? I saw that. Gonna get Shaz in trouble. And she thought it was cool. I saw one other that you, where you slapped a sticker on the bank teller. Was that your sticker that you slapped on the bank tellers? Nice cartoons. What do you mean? Good morning. How you doing? Yeah, the one on the cash machine. We call them tellers here. Verser tellers. Verser tellers. So one other little thing I got, nice and sparkly, but um, I'm not quite sure what it is. I think it is. It's little jewels, but the little jewels are stuck to something. They're nice and sparkly. They're nowhere near real diamonds, but they sparkle like real diamonds. So they're not just glass, I don't think. I don't know exactly what they are, but it's kind of a weird little piece that I found. When you're walking along and you see something glint in the sun. Right now it's not glinting like it was out in the sun. Still got little things left over, William, from the rebuild. Yeah, blistering is a slapper. The phantom sticker slapper. This dime, I can't see the last number on here. It's a 1960 that I found, but I think it's clad. I think it's probably I'm going to have to clean this. No, no, I don't know. Is that clad? Doesn't look 50-50. It looks weird. You know what? Because I found this. What's that last number? 65. Okay, it's a 65. Could be 65. Man, I'm always 1 year off. I know it looked like it for a minute, didn't it, Jamie? But I think that's a 5. Yeah, but it still could have been silver because that guy put it on and said that there were some 65s that. Yeah, but I think that's a clad. Definitely got chocolate center there. Just so close. Why am I always getting so close when I never get anything good? One time I got a 1964 dime, and then we found in our pocket change a 51 dime. It's definitely a 65. At first, luckily it rained to find leaks. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, William. Yeah, Tcat did a good job on that auction, and everybody helping out. So I got a 1968 penny or cent, 1 cent piece, and a 1965 dime. At least I'm in the arena. Now for something completely different. So my danger piece, I don't think you could see it in the video, but it's like a steak knife blade. Now you can see it. Look, what does that say? Made in Japan? It's a Japanese steak knife. And I found a wooden checker. Some of the other Sharpies that I got from the park. And a bolt that had been sawed off. Hey, Telly Savalas, welcome back. Yep, these are relics. And I got a usable paper clip. Green sleeves. Got a broken carabiner. All good stuff. Well, I did get a usable hair clip. So, I mean, it's not even destroyed. It's still in working condition. So if I need to keep my beard out of the way, I got you some books to start collecting, huh, William? All right. Well, no, I'm not in the colonial area, so might have found I found a copper belt buckle just last week, and actually I think it was the week before, almost 2 weeks ago, tomorrow, maybe, and that buckle, do I have that here? I think I've got it really close here, I think. Do I? Oh, I thought I had it close, I guess not. I got a colonial bike bell. Where's my belt buckle? How did I put it in this thing in here? Which one is? Did I put that? Oh, Telly, you might be interested in seeing this. This is one of my favorite finds that I just found at the lake park. Well, I'll have to find it. Thought I put it right there, but evidently I stuck it where I don't know. Obviously, I am very disorganized because I thought I put it in one spot and it's not there. But I'll be right back. Hang on. Here, I'm going to turn up the music a little bit. Well, I have no idea where I put it. Thought it was right there. I was going to put it into a safe place. And now I just dumped everything here. Well, I can't find my belt buckle. That's irritating. What's that? So, well, back to my creepy old finds here. I did show this earlier. It's just, I think, a piece of antenna. This is kind of neat. But things that are shiny like this, they really make you want to look more. So, I'll have to find that belt buckle. I put it in with the pennies? I don't think so. I don't think so. Nope. Yeah. I'm going to put all this stuff and sort it out. But anyway, Telly, that was my bomb for the week. I was last week on things are growing by so fast. I think that was even 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago today, I think I found this. It might have been last week. I'm not sure. Lots been happening lately. So some of the really good stuff. I found a spearhead. This is an Algonquin spearhead. Yeah, right. So, yeah, I fixed it. Yeah, did you see that? I glued it back together so because I broke it right here, and finally got it glued together. So, I mean, it's not usable. It's just a super find, I think, because this style was like in the 50s and very early 60s, because I was like 10 years old, 8, 9, 10 years old when I got a pack of 10 of these for my birthday, I think. They're really cool because you could put like 2 caps in here, and this works, still works, which is amazing that it still works. So you put the caps in there and then screw it down on the caps like that. I don't want to break it again. And you screw it all the way down. Yeah. And then when you throw it, it lands on this part and smack that down on the caps, and you get that nice cap pop. You've never seen one of those before? Well, this is kind of a treat. It's surprised that it's in as good a condition as it is, even though I broke it when I hit it with my spade, my digger. Hit right in there. But it broke clean enough to where I could glue it back. So, very cool piece. It's my almost colonial piece, Telly. If you're still there, Telly. But this, I'm going to have to find out what it is. It's probably just a chunk of metal. Looks like a spearhead to me. But, excuse me. I find a lot of chunks of metal. I found the very first thing I ever found in that park was a piece about twice the size of this, about this long, about this wide, and it was almost solid copper. It had some slag in it and stuff, but I think it was a piece of slag from an exploding transformer over in the park. Because I think when we first moved over in this area here, there was a big explosion of a transformer, and I think that was like a piece of shrapnel from it. I've got it out in my copper bucket. So this one kind of looks like a, right there, looks like a skull. That'd be good, cartoons. That would be good. Oops. Magnet fishing, fun thing to do. Let's see. I know this is magnetic because I've already checked it out. Oh no, it's not magnetic. That might just be a rock. But that was metal. Why is it not magnetic? Must be a big chunk of aluminum. But it's too heavy. It seems too heavy for aluminum. But it's not magnetic. It's gold. Magnet fishing is fun if you go to the right place. If you go to a lake or something, you can get fishing gear. I found a bunch of hooks and lures at the lake I go to. But that's about it. You see, it's shiny metal in here. It really screamed at me. Yeah, I might have to break it just to, but then I spoil it. You know, it doesn't look like a spearhead anymore if I break it. Have to always get my wire. Always have to find a piece of wire. Day doesn't go well unless I find a piece of wire. And like Coining Around says, it's one of my favorite things to find. I always like to find a tent stake wherever I go. Proof of habitability, right? Chew! How's it going? Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Let me know how many of you were here. So, I'm talking kind of soft. I hope everybody hears me all right. My voice is kind of ragged this morning. Apologize for that. This was kind of interesting that I found the other day. I found it in my bag. I forgot to get it out. That somebody that evidently does piercings. Says right there, piercings. Get jabbed. Jewelry sizing, downsized by piercing. Happy healing. Oh, you know what? It could be that happy healing could even be a acupuncturist. Huh? Happy healing. I'm gonna have to check out the site and see. It might be an acupuncturist. I don't want any piercings, but anyways. I didn't even need my metal detector for this washer. It was on the sidewalk as I was walking to the park Friday. Always good to get a washer. One of my favorite finds, the raptor claw. Now, those lakes, 330 freshwater lakes, they're cartoons. Do they get frequented by people? Is the biggest thing about metal detecting and about magnet fishing is that you have to go someplace that's frequented by people. It doesn't mean you're always going to find something good, but if there's people that are always milling around there, they drop things. Mostly treasure trash, right? Because that's what I find. Is mostly treasure trash. One of my better finds here, this in the park. Look how big that thing is. It's a piece of pipe, steel pipe. You wouldn't think that you'd find stuff like this in a groomed park. But this kind of stuff comes in with the grooming materials and with the wood chips and the things that they want to get rid of. They just pass them by and say, oh, nobody will care. Right? So I didn't find very many. See, I'm going to count them up here. I'm going to get down here and pull out all my bottle caps. Because these are things that some of these things are like building materials. Hey, Conan around. How's it going, Tupac? Oh yeah, I've pulled out a disrupted tarp staple that wasn't being used as a tarp staple anymore. It's just laying on top of the ground almost. It was underneath the wood chips, but still underneath the ground. This kind of looks like the end of a wood chip. A wood chisel. Been ground to a bevel. So there's something. So I didn't do too bad on the bottle caps. I think I got them all here. Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Only got 9 bottle caps. Almost disappointing. I'm keeping the area too clean. Another piece of strapping here. All these construction pieces. So, Tupac, how was your hunt on Friday? You went off air. Did you guys continue to hunt for a little while until it got dark, or did you quit when you turned off your live? Yeah, I saw that. It was one like this. Little bent though. Yours was bent right about there, wasn't it? Now you can't say all you find is bottle caps. Well, typical Monday morning. You guys are awesome for coming in. Probably Mondays and Fridays are my least frequented. You'll get used to that if you go out once a week. You found a beer can, William? Was it buried or? Oh, he found a beer can. Yes, he did. He found a whole can. I love that. It's in a park, right? Under the grass, and you find a can that somebody buried there. That really sets your mind to working, doesn't it? Yeah, this is probably just a piece of metal. I thought it might have been the end of a chisel, but it doesn't look like it's quality that it needs to be for a chisel. Might have been that somebody tried to use it as one, because it does look like it's been ground down here. But I think the metal's too soft to use as a chisel. But it sets your imagination to work when you find things like this, because I found things that look, all of a sudden I realize, oh, it's a drill bit, or oh, it's a screwdriver bit, or oh, it's a knife blade, So nice to find all these things. I can't believe this is not magnetic. William, I might have to break this or hit it with a hammer and see if it breaks. At least take a wire brush and clean it off. Yeah, I'll do that this afternoon and maybe tomorrow. Yeah, that could have been. That was probably what it was. That was probably what it was. But I find whole cans in the parks all the time. And uh, I think one time at the beach, I dug up, like in one 6-foot area, I dug up like 8 cans, I think. And that was during a windstorm. And I lost that video. And, but I found a spot where they were burying old soldiers. Hey, cartoons. Thanks for being here, my friend. Appreciate you coming in and spending some time here. Thank you. Have a great day. God bless. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. So, through showing you all my goodies there, well, I guess I got a couple more things here. I got a couple more things. Let's see. This looks like a sleeve. That was kind of neat. Another ringy thingy. Yeah, I've seen that happen. Uh, Anything else down here? Interesting. Interesting. What was it that I found? This kind of threw me for a loop. This is a shoestring that was in a hole that I was digging, and I pulled out, I forgot what I pulled out. Oh, I think it was this. I think it was the knife blade, and I found the shoestring with this knife blade. This must be a really good knife because it says it's made in Japan. Right there it says Japan. Stainless, Japan. Can get a mini steak. I guess really that's pretty much it. Oh, I got a mini tent steak. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Just other Sharpies. I got lots of Sharpie things here. And this looks like one of those pull tabs on a Coleman thermos type thing where you pull it out, you know, grab this part to pull out to open it up, shut it. That was a surface find. It's where the little flap that holds it on broke off. That's really interesting, huh? So that's pretty much it for the finds. Okay. Yeah, gotta get my camera all turned back around here. So, when's the next time you're going out metal detecting? 2-pack? So you're going to be metal detecting by summertime, William? Maybe Friday? Cool. Same time, same bat channel, or same 2-pack channel? Now, I got to get you to spend some time around the trees. I know the roots are there, but the finds aren't always that deep. Excuse me. The finds aren't always that deep. Sunfish. Cheers. Thank you for coming in. Not as much as me. Well, we'll have to find some time this summer to get together and go out metal detecting. We can meet halfway someplace. There's some good parks halfway in between us. We can meet there. What do you think? Maybe we can plan on that. Yeah, we don't want to, right now, don't want to set anything in stone, but someday. Oh, sunfish, I think you probably already saw this. I was showing this today to everybody again. This is something I found within the last 2 weeks digging. And on Friday, my best find was this little unicorn guy. Little, you can't see him real good. Lights glaring. A little charm. I found this on Friday. Are you headed back to Missouri, Tupac, for a visit, or are you headed back there to stay for a while? Yeah, we have to get together at least once before you go. I'd like that. I would like that. Yeah, I fixed it. Super glue does wonders. It's not usable, but it's viewable, and it still works. You know, the mechanism still works. So kind of neat, huh? One of my neatest finds for not being real valuable, but it's valuable to me because when I was a kid, I used to play with these things. You're delivering chickens. Cool. Are you plan on coming back? You're gonna live 6 months in Missouri and 6 months here, or 8 months in Missouri and 4 months here. That's tough when your whole family moves away. Hey, truly amazing. Thank you for coming by to say hi. We have a new person here, Davis. I'm not familiar with Davis. Hello, thanks for dropping in. Missed the wrap up from last Friday, but that's okay. We're doing a little chat here for a little while. Colorado's fun. Colorado is a fun place. And I would imagine that Robert's pretty fun to hang out with. Let's see here. My phone is having a problem. I think it's really clocking a lot. I don't know why it is clocking so much on everything lately. Let's see. Oh, I can't get the live chat up. That's not good. Really? That's interesting to know. It's weird how here in California people don't put out their gold and silver that much. I found some jewelry, but nothing real valuable. Of course, I haven't been to a yard sale in I don't know how long, so I couldn't even tell you. It's been a long time. What is the matter? There we go. Davis, are you still there? So what is it you do? Looks like a short of a ski resort. Really? You ask for it? You ask if they have gold or silver? And they just show you? Of course, if that's the business you're doing like you do, then you've got the money to give them what it's worth, right? I've always seen when you find something you've paid, you haven't cheated anybody in any way, shape, or form out of anything they could have gotten out of it. You've always been real honest with them, I know. So Davis isn't here. Okay. Silver Assassin, how you doing today? How was your weekend? Anything exciting? Well, that's for sure. You know, I took a bunch of gold in one time. We thought that these guys coming around buying gold, they advertised that they bought gold for so much, you know. So I figured I had some gold nuggets, and we had gold chains, and we had gold rings and stuff. Not a whole lot, but we had some. And we kind of needed some cash to be a little bit more maneuverable. And we went, and the guy weighed it all up, and he gave me bottom price. You know, we had a lot of 14 karat gold. I had some near 24 karat gold nuggets, a few little ones, you know, little pickers. And when it figured out, I was very unknowledgeable about the value. I was trusting this guy to be honest, but he wound up giving us the same prices you would give for 10 karat gold for all of it, which I thought was pretty rude after I figured it out. But I was a little naive on the subject, and now I'm not. That's pretty much it, huh? Before you go selling something, you have to know what the value of it is, right? And before you go buying something, you've got to know what the value of it is before you just pop out a price, you know. I just met up with a guy. I have some comic books, and figured out that I thought I had something better than I had, but it turned out that I was, way back then, I was collecting things and not knowing what I was looking for. I thought, yeah, I'll just pick up everything, you know. But you don't want to just pick up everything, because not everything is valuable or going to be valuable. And when you buy things out of a shop, oh, I know it has to be refined. I just say 24 karat because it's, you know, real gold nuggets. It's not golden rocks or anything. They were real gold nuggets. But pickers, not huge. Anyway, figured out I had one comic book that I didn't make a mistake on, and still I bought the best that the guy had out of the comic book store, thinking it was a brand new comic book. And I didn't open it to see, you know, I kept it in the package because I keep anything I collect. If it comes in a package, I keep it in the package so that it doesn't deteriorate and it's not handled and everything. But so I kept it for all these years, and then come to find out it was a used comic book. It wasn't a new comic book at all. So if you buy something, don't buy a pig in a poke. Don't trust anybody. Look at it. But anyway, I met a guy, and seems like a pretty honest guy. And he says, look, I'll tell you what, I will take this, and this is an offer that you can take or refuse. And I will take this, and I will, at my own expense, send it in. I will press it, I will clean it, I will make it as good as it can be, and send it in and have it slabbed, what they call the having it hang on a second, my cursor's still working. It was a Star Wars #1, and the word, it'll come. So anyway, he's sending it in, and then he's going to put it in with his best comics to sell on commission. So, you know, if I sold it on eBay, I'd have to pay a commission, you know, I'd have to pay 30% or whatever. So that's probably what it's going to be. He's going to recoup what it costs to have the comic book. That word, you guys know what it is. You know, when you send a coin in or a comic book in, and have it classified, graded. There it is, graded. Have it graded, and what they call slabbed. So I don't do that with things because that costs extra money, and even if you can sell it for more money, you have to find a buyer for it. And so he made the offer that he would absorb all the expenses in the beginning and set it out so that we could get top dollar for the comic book after it was graded. That's cool. That would solve a lot of problems. So we'll see how that works. But being that I never met him before and I just made his acquaintance, I thought it was a pretty good offer, you know, because he had all the connections. He has the ways and means to clean something, and he's in the comic book business, and he's able to press them and make sure that all the little wrinkles and everything are out of it so that when they get graded, they get the best grade possible. Yeah, mint grade, I thought it was a brand new comic, yeah. I didn't think that it was a used comic because when I bought it, it was already a premium price, you know. So the guy's out of business many years ago. You know, he's in a different town. I can't talk to him or anything. And but it was in Mylar. It was all sealed. It was on a board. It was, you know, looked to me in brand new condition on the outside. But when you take it out of the Mylar, it's a different situation altogether. And the thing is, when you have something sealed when you buy it, it's like a coin. If it's all sealed in a container, you wouldn't think to take it out of the container to get fingerprints on it or anything, you know. And luckily for me, that was the only one that I ever bought that I was under the impression that it was brand new. The rest of them I knew weren't brand new. A couple of them were brand new, but they weren't worth anything more than they're worth about $3 now. If you go and pay $30 to have one graded, then it could be worth about $30 or $40. So you would barely get your grading back on it. So things like that aren't worth sitting in. And that's the thing about grading something, is you're taking a gamble on whether it's even good enough to get more money for it, and you spend money on it. And if you're going to grade something, you want it to be worth much more than what you paid for it to be graded, right? But I'm really glad I met this gentleman. I'm really glad that we struck a bargain to do this so that I can experience it. Yep, everything is the same way. Everything that you collect, anything that you spend money on, you're hoping that you can get that money back plus a good deal. You don't want to just get the money back. You know, this thing might make a good digger, kind of like a probe instead of a digger. You can just kind of probe something out with it, almost like a probe, not quite. That might work pretty good. It's got a good handle on it. You can get some leverage on it without hurting yourself. Have to try it, see if it works. If it doesn't work, it goes in the scrap. But yeah, it could make a fairly good probe that does a little less damage than a digger. If I don't think it's sharp enough though, so probably not. So I think I've run out of things. Anybody have anything exciting to talk about? Check something in here. I miss Gregory Freeman coming in. Give me a second. I'll be right back. There. Sorry about that. I haven't figured out a way to take full possession of coffee yet. Oh, nice. So what are you having for breakfast, Tupac? I had 2 boiled eggs this morning. I like boiled eggs. My favorite is fried eggs, but I like boiled eggs because they're convenient. You boil them and just go grab a couple and throw them into a cup of water and heat them up for a minute, and you got hot boiled eggs again. So you're going through packages you won, William? Finding gold and silver? Cool. Frosted Flakes, they're right. Yep. I think the only thing I have cereal-wise right now is corn checks. I think those are some of my favorites because you got wheat and rice and corn. Got a little variety in the same box. You know, I get the big box from Sam's Club, and it's got both or all 3 in it. So that way you have choices. But I like Frosted Flakes. A lot of cereal, though, that I couldn't eat when I was diabetic. Now that I have been reclassified as post-diabetic, then take care, Jamie. Have a great day or evening. Your day is over. So have a great evening. Thank you for hanging out with me. You're all right. Uh-oh. So anyway, back to like sugar coated, Frosted Flakes have a lot of sugar on them, so I wouldn't eat Frosted Flakes. I could eat corn flakes and put Splenda on them or something, but I couldn't eat the sugar coated things. And when I was a kid, there were two cereals. I haven't seen this one in many, many, many years. Jets. Anybody ever remember Jets cereal? It had a unique flavor that I really enjoyed when I was a kid. It's kind of like Kix. Kix was a corn puff type thing. Corn pops. I liked corn pops, but couldn't eat them after I became diabetic. Couldn't eat them because of the sugar on the outside, pure sugar. So you had cake for breakfast? Okay, let him have cake then. But there was, what are some of the other cereals that I had when I was a kid that I haven't seen around in a long time? Um, I know they still have Fruit Loops. I wasn't too partial to Fruit Loops, but they had a weird metal taste to me. So I had, I guess my favorite was Jets and Chex. And nowadays, well, there's one that I couldn't eat a lot of, but I kept around as a treat, and that's that honey bunches of oats. I like that kind of like trail mix in it, and almonds and flakes and Wheaties. I liked Wheaties when I was a kid, and I even like Special K. Well, I got up to 9 people. Maybe I can get to 10 likes today before I leave today. Uh, but I better get everything straightened around. I have to do a thank you giveaway here when I get things straightened around here. Apple Jacks, Crunch Berries. And those are all sugar coated that I didn't get to eat when I was, after I was, well, I didn't eat many different cereals. I don't know what, I had Apple Jacks and Crunch Berries, but didn't have them very often. And oatmeal. There was one point I like oatmeal, but you have to put salt in oatmeal. Otherwise, it just, to me, tastes like putting iron in your mouth. You know, oatmeal is one of those flavors without salt. It just tastes like you're putting a bar of metal or a bunch of ground up metal that you can chew. Not Yeah, I do too. I have a sweet tooth. And when you're classified a diabetic and they say you can't have certain things because of the sugar content or of the starch content that turns the sugar, then those things you crave most, right? When they tell you you can't have something. I was watching, um, just sliding through, and I like to watch Instagram because it just has a big variety of things that are just really short and swift, and you can slip through things. And but this one guy said said he was going to teach you how to uh, not do or not say the wrong things to people. And he said one of the things you want to steer clear of is telling people don't do that, because you say uh, don't think about camels. So don't think about camels. What does your mind go straight to? Hump day. I eat a lot of gummies. I like gummies. I like gummy uh, candies. My my favorite candy, uh, other than chocolate, is I'm with Reagan on this one. Jelly Bellies. They've got the best flavor for jelly beans, and they're pure sugar. And I couldn't have them for the longest time, but they do make sugar-free Jelly Bellies. But in order for them to keep their flavor, they have to be wrapped. So you get a little bitty Jelly Belly in cellophane, all wrapped up, and you have to you can't just grab a handful and pop one in your mouth because they're not just jelly beans; they're wrapped in cellophane. So you got to unwrap every little jelly bean. So it kind of defeats the purpose of having a treat because you're sitting there trying to unravel every jelly bean. You buy it, even go to a candy store and buy them bulk. You got them there. The Jelly Bellies, regular Jelly Bellies, are all in bulk, and you just scoop them up, and they're assorted flavors, or you can buy one particular flavor if you like it. And but then the sugar-free, you can't buy one particular flavor. You got to buy the assorted, and they're wrapped. So it really used to tick me off. You buy a bag of sugar-free Jelly Bellies, and they're wrapped. It just irritated me no end. Uh, Costco had them in bags, or did they have them in jugs? There. little plastic containers. What else? You know, I didn't really like chocolate as a kid. I I liked other types of candies. Like I like big hunks, taffy with peanuts in it. You remember big hunks? And I didn't like the brown cows. I didn't because they had the dark chocolate on them. The same type of taffy on the inside, no nuts, just chocolate on the outside. And I didn't particularly like that. I like the big hunk, just the taffy and the peanuts. Paydays, I like paydays. Albany's, is that's a brand? Albany's gummy bears. Does anybody remember uh, chicken legs? Like a coconut, uh, almost like a brittle, peanut brittle stick that had coconut on the outside. They called them chicken legs or chicken drumsticks. Or I think when I had them, they called them chicken legs. Banana runts. Are those little banana-shaped crunchy candies? Almost like sweet tart type things? Yeah. What else did I? Oh, Neckos. Uh, they were a weird candy. You ever have Neckos? Little discs with different flavors in them. And they're kind of a chalky sugar with a chocolate flavor and a banana flavor, a mint flavor. They got all kinds of different flavors in there: strawberry, apple. I used to like those. I know there's a site that you can order old nostalgic type candies, but sometimes I wonder if they're making them the same way. You know, maybe they're just knockoffs or something. So I thought about ordering some candy that way that that they don't carry in the stores anymore because there's a lot of stuff that I used to get as a kid that I can't even remember. I used to get little wax things, uh, little Coca-Cola bottles, and it had Coca-Cola flavored uh, juice in the bottles, and all kinds of different types of little wax containers that you chew the wax, get a little bit of flavor, liquid flavor in them. You ever see those? You don't see those for kids anymore. Used to get plastic teeth and lips and all kinds of things to play around with when you were a kid. And wax was flavored, and you chew the wax like chewing gum. Yeah, let's see, what else? I did like Baby Ruth's. I like Baby Ruth because it was like a payday with chocolate on it. Now they've got chocolate covered paydays, so I'm gonna have to try one of those. I haven't ever tried one of those because I really like paydays. Well, I hope you're never diagnosed with diabetes, William. I think diabetes is brought on by uh, companies that put certain chemicals. If you get to where your pancreas isn't working exactly right, they start putting you on medicine, and medicine just makes you worse. It doesn't really make you better. At least it didn't me. It seemed to make me more uh, more insulin resistant. Kind of keeps you there. Once I started this trial that I'm on with this, what they're calling Mounjaro or Trulicity, one of those two. Now I'm not on any of those medicines. I feel so much better. Uh, I and they told me that I don't need all those other medicines now, and my sugar is always maintained, and I can pretty much eat what I want. I just don't overdo a lot of things, but now I don't have to watch what I eat. I can have whatever I want, and it doesn't throw me into any kind of a tizzy at all. So um, I'm very glad of that. So we'll just have to see, not this October, but next October it'll be over with. Um, so I've got one more year after this year up till October, and then the next year, October to October, and we'll see what happens. So if I'm still alive and doing as well as I'm doing right now, it'll be due to metal detecting. Once in a while, I used to have to test it every single day, 2, 3, 4 times a day, just to make sure my sugar level was down at normal, So if my sugar level was high, I for sure couldn't have something starchy or couldn't have something sweet. I had to have something that would either take my sugar down or not raise it at all. Uh, but I check my sugar once in a while just to stay safe, and I get a blood test uh, every 2 to 3 months, and they revolve. So my trial gives me a blood test. My endocrinologist used to give me a blood test, but now I got to go to my primary to get that because my endocrinologist retired. So, um, but my blood sugar, my A1C, that's what you really have to watch is the A1C. My A1C stayed down below 6.5 for the full 3 years, almost over 3 years. um, that I've been down as low as 5.5, and right now I'm at 6.1 my last test. So, that's all normal. That's normal range. 6.7 would be a little bit on the high range of normal, but as long as it stays below 6.7, I am golden. But I'm not poking my fingers as much anymore, but I do every once in a while just to see where I'm standing. I might go do that today, just after I'm off here, go check my sugar and see where I'm standing, because I think I'm normal. That's probably the only thing about me is normal. But I tried to get on that patch when it first came out. You have a patch and it goes to your app on your phone, and um, they wouldn't let me on it because my sugar, I always kept my sugar down below 9, and they said you have to be above 9 to have the insurance pay for that patch. But now I think it's different. But I don't need one now because I don't need anything that monitors my sugar every other minute. I did at one time, but because I was controlling it so well, the insurance says, no, you don't need one. So now they're advertising them, and they're like, that's the thing to do. But you get tired after 20 years of poking your fingers 2, 3, 4 times a day. So anybody going out and doing anything interesting today? Going around, you going out to mail packages today? I know you're working on your packages. You had a big night last night. That was a lot of giveaways and things that you did on your first night by yourself. Nearly 7 hours. Whoa. I'm going to be on here for 2 hours today. Um, uh, I'm going to have to get something going though. When I do a live like this, I run out of my finds, and I didn't really get anything good on Friday. All that good haul on Friday. Yeah, you backed right into that one, didn't you? That's what I did uh, Wednesday the 21st and Sunday, the Sunday before that. The person that won it ahead of me, and I was behind them, I got it because they weren't there for both those days. And then last Sunday, or no, the last Sunday that I won, that was after the 21st. I knew you were. That's why you're having cornflakes for breakfast. You're sitting there doing your packages and eating cornflakes at the same time, right? But so I won Sunday, Wednesday, and Sunday in a row. I won it, but the last Sunday that I won, I hit it right on 156. I think it was Sunday. Was it Wednesday, Sunday, Wednesday? Yeah, it was Wednesday, Sunday, Wednesday that I won. So so how did it feel, Tupac? It did go really well. I thought you did a great job of everything you did, but how did it feel going almost 7 hours by yourself? That's a full day's work. At this moment in time, I can't come up with something that I can do for 7 hours. I don't think, well, I could hunt. I could hunt for 7 hours. I could stay on live if the signal permitted it. I could stay on and hunt for 7 hours. That would be no problem. I would, um, I'd have to stop and eat somewhere in there though. 7 hours is a long time without going, I mean, without getting something to eat and drink. That was a long time, but he seemed to go through it just fine, William. Yeah, no, that was like me going through those coin rolls last week. Uh, well, the week before, went through those coin rolls and took 16 coin rolls and went 3 days. So, and doing, 3 hours. Well, guess I better let you guys go. I've been having such a good time just chatting with y'all, and I don't have anything else to show you. Apologize for that, but that's the way the hunt goes, right? You don't always get the best of things to show everybody. I did get a lot of treasure tracks, as usual, but I hit my 2 hour mark here, and I know you guys have Monday things to do. There's always somebody else out there to pick up the conversation with, but I enjoyed it no end. Uh, bless you all for being here. God bless you for the rest of your day. You guys are awesome just hanging out with me, for sure. So, hunt well, stay well. See you again tomorrow, same time, same Incognito channel. Peace. Don't know what I'll be doing, but we'll be doing something. All right. Go get them. Let's hunt.